G'day friends, it's Vicky Wright, Independent Stampin' Up Demonstrator, Australia. I thought we'd jump on this morning and do a little bit of live stamping. Not live stamping, live stamping, mystery stamping, and see how we go. Just bear with me. I just got to turn the volume down. So, okie dokie. So, on our group, I shared with you clue 1 and what to chop prior to, well, if you want to stamp along with me. So that's our clue 1 and our supplies we need. Now, if you decide not to stamp along, all the measurements will be available below and also on my blog later on during the week. Okie doke, and I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to stamp along too. So we'll both be stamping. Okay, so that's our clue 1, which is what we need to solve our mystery. Now, clue 2 is a DSP. I'll just grab my kit. We're going to grab our DSP and we're going to stick it to a piece of cardstock. Now, I'm using cherry cobbler, crumb cake, and basic white, only because it matches my DSP, which is from the Tidings of Christmas. Okie dokie. So we're just going to stick that down like that, so it's nice and neat. Okay, just like that. So that's our clue 2. Okie dokie. Then we're going to come down to clue 3, and we're going to adhere this piece to a piece of whisper white basic white cardstock I've got. So that's the 3 7/8 by 5 1/2. So that's what that looks like. Okay. So all I'm going to, you could pop this up if you wanted to. So I'm just going to stick this down here. Or you could emboss this piece. It's entirely up to you. Or you could use another piece of DSP. Okay. So we're just going to do that. Making sure it's nice and straight. I think that looks pretty straight. Then our clue 4 is, clue 3, we've still got to stick it to our base card. Okie dokie. So we're just going to add a little bit of glue, making sure our base card is the right way. Now, I'm doing mine landscape, but you can do it portrait. Watch, and that DSP looks a little bit crooked, that panel, but that's okay. It's handmade. Okie dokie. So that is our clue 3. Now this is a short and sweet. I'll just move that a little bit. There you go. Short and sweet and easy card, but I thought we'd start off that way. So our clue 4 is we either punched or die cut a shape. Now I've pre-done mine and I've used a shape from the Stitch So Sweetly dies, which is from the annual catalogue. Okay, and we're going to stamp a sentiment into the middle. Now I'm going to use the Tidings and Trimmings stamp set, which is part of the Christmas, the Tidings of Christmas suite, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment in cherry cobbler. Okie dokie. And we're going to hope and pray that I have this straight. So before I stamp onto my cardstock, I always like to stamp onto scrap paper, just so I know if it needs to be straightened. Okie dokie. So we're just going to stamp that. And we're just going to go into the middle, just like that. And that's pretty straight. So I'm happy with that. Then what we're going to do, okay, and yep, so we've done clue 4, so now we're on to clue 5. So all we're going to do now is put that onto our card front, and we're just going to pop this up. Now, as I said, I could have popped my DSP panel up, but because I'm popping this up, I didn't want it too high. Okay, so now this, as I said, this is quick and easy, and you could whip a heap of these up just in time for Christmas. And if you're not doing Christmas, they'd be easy for, be great for birthdays or any occasions. So then we're just going to stick that down there in the centre with our pop-up dots. Excuse me. So that is our clue 5. Then we're going to come to our clue 6. So we've only got a couple of easy 7 clues. Okay. Then we're going to tie a small bow from ribbon. I'm actually going to use twine, and I'm going to, I've cut enough that I can double that up like that and tie my bow just like that. Make sure that's down like that. G'day Rose, how are you? And what I'm going to do then is just chop that and maybe trim that off a little bit. And we're gonna grab bear with me, a mini glue dot. G'day Beryl, how's it going? You still getting rain up there, or? Now I've got glue dots everywhere, but that happens. So that's our bow, and as I said, I've used the linen thread, and all we're going to do is stick that to our shape, just like that. No more rain. No, they predicted rain here this week. What about you, Rose? Have you had any lately? No. Just like that, and I'll just trim this a little bit. And that is our clue 6, okay? Then what we're going to do, to finish it off, we're going to grab some embellishment and we're going to add them to our shape. Just any sort of embellishment that you've got. And I'm going to use the Elegant faceted gems from the annual catalogue, and I think I'll go with these. Then we'll put one up here. One down there. And I think I'll do another one there. And that is our card. But of course, we've got to finish it off properly and do our inside and our envelope. So I've already pre-done this. G'day Marie. Marie, how are you? So I've already done that with just a scrap of DSP that's left over. And we're just gonna stick this inside. Just like that. And as I said, I've done the matching envelope. Same thing, scrap paper. And that is our card. Now, I've done another card too that I'll sort of show you. And it's using the same principle. The only difference is I've made this panel a little bit bigger. And I've just changed the wording and the shape. And, of course, the ribbon. Okay. Oh, that's all right, Marie. Don't worry about it. It'll be available to watch after this anyhow. So, and I hope you're watching the World Card Making 12 Days of Christmas too. If not, just comment and I'll add you to our group. Okay, thanks for watching and enjoy your week. See ya. Hooray.